Hey guys, welcome to my Ask Missy video. Ollie just woke up from a nap and I was so busy during his nap I didn't get a chance to film the video, so now he gets to be in the video. I don't know, hopefully you guys will be able to actually pay attention to whatever I'm saying because I know he's so dang cute. Mrs. Carmel asked, do you think that you will send Oliver to school when he gets to that age or homeschool with him? You know, me and Brian go back and forth as far as what kind of schooling we want to do. We've talked about maybe some homeschooling, although I do think that it's important for them to socialize and stuff like that. I feel like there are ways to still socialize and be homeschooled. If he does end up going to school, it'll definitely be like a charter school, small school, private school, Christian school, something like that. Emily Fowler asked, how long until you want to start baby Ollie on solids? I actually get this question a lot, and I'll probably talk a little bit more in depth about it, but I definitely plan to wait for him to eat any kind of solids whatsoever until he's 6 months old. Till then, he will be exclusively breastfed, and then once he's 6 months, probably start him on real food. He'll never eat any kind of like cereal and stuff like that, and I get a lot of questions regarding that, so I'll probably do a more in-depth video on why I'm doing it that way. Okay, Meepin Meep asked, can you describe Brian or Ollie with one word? Okay, so if I have to sum up Brian in one word, outgoing. Brian's just like a lot of fun and we really enjoy just hanging out and having a good time. And see, Ollie, I'll say hope. He just brings a lot of like light into our life. Kimberly Barian asked, what advice do you have for a soon-to-be mom who's scared out of her mind about having a baby? I'm scared I won't be able to handle it. It's so scary, especially the first time you have a baby, but I think the most important thing is to just stay calm. I know there's so much stuff out there that you can worry about and stress about and have to think about and decide and all that, but I think just stay calm and know that you can only do the best you can do. Do you want a selfie? Take it one step at a time. Most important is this baby and how happy he is, and the other stuff comes after. Do you want a selfie? Do you want to chew on Sophie? Okay, this question is from Lucy Lamonori. All right, so she asked, when is Ollie going to sleep in his own crib, nights plus naps? I do also get this question a lot. I'm just going with the flow. I mean, right now it works very well since he still is up a couple times a night. And so we co-sleep and he sleeps in a little co-sleeper next to the bed. But at some point we will be transferring. He'll be in his own bed and doing naps and all that in his own bedroom. But it's not something that I'm stressing about. I'm just gonna go with, you know, how we feel, how I feel he's doing. And at this point, I'm still breastfeeding and he still wakes up, so there's no point in me trying to put him in his crib at nighttime. All right, Joy Anna asked, what is your favorite hot drink? I've been really like courageous these past few weeks and I've tried a lot of new things like chai tea, but I think that still my favorite is hot apple cider. I just love it. It's so good, especially when you have a cold. It's just delicious. All right, Heather Goldie asked, I have similar hair as you. What type of hair care do you use? So if you don't know, my hair is like super like out there and curly and crazy. I like to keep it straight. The one thing that I do is I rarely straighten it. My hair is actually really dry, and so I wash it and I straighten it, and then I basically spend the next like 5 days touching up on it. You're okay, here you go. So I try not to spend too much time on my hair. I try to just keep it simple, straighten it, I put a little something in it, and then that's it. Belle Avrahami asked, how long do you plan on daily vlogging? I don't know, me and Brian kind of talk about it. It's not really like set in stone like when we would stop. We're having fun with it, and if at any point it became too much for our family or whatever, of course we would just stop. It's not worth, you know, anything other than just having fun. Cameo Wilburn asked, I was wondering if you find it difficult being a Christian couple on YouTube. Do you ever feel like not sharing your religion for fear of judgment? So I don't find it to be difficult to be a Christian on YouTube, and I never fear like sharing my beliefs or anything. It's just kind of a part of our lives. Okay, Rochelle3984 asked, how do you make your marriage work so well? I guess I can say that one of the things that me and Brian really try for is to just always love each other and respect each other. I think that it's really important in a marriage to have respect for each other and be nice to each other. But of course, there's gonna be times when there's struggles, and I think that a lot of people think that me and Brian have like this perfect marriage, and of course we have our struggles and there's times when we're not always nice to each other, and we have to fix it and make it better and stuff. Okay, so Ollie's done now. I also just think that being best friends with each other is so important. Me and Brian do everything together. We share everything together. I mean, if there's anything going on in my life, that's who I want to tell. That's who I can't wait to tell what's going on. I love being best friends with my husband. All right, Kimberly Berrien asked, did you ever get shy about breastfeeding in front of other people? If you did, how did you overcome it? As you can tell, I'm really open about breastfeeding, but of course there's those times when you're like, I think this is kind of weird. This person might think it's really gross, or I don't know. The way I got over it was I just maybe instead of, you know, not covering up, I just covered up. I feel like breastfeeding is so natural, and if you're uncomfortable around it, you should probably learn about why breastfeeding is so awesome. All right, next question is from Valerie Mason, and she says, ready? We're gonna answer one more question. All right, she asked, what do you think is the oldest you would let Oliver breastfeed? I think that's a really interesting question. I haven't really thought about it. At this point, I plan at least a year. And if I continue breastfeeding a little after that, I'm not gonna be afraid to. I'm not gonna say that's it, you're done. And again, I pretty much, the way I raise Oliver so far is just go with the flow and enjoy it, and don't make rules and be strict about everything. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't think I'm gonna put like a time limit on breastfeeding or anything. Okay, so that's all the questions I have for you today. I'd love to know though, how long did you guys breastfeed? Did you put a time limit on it? I know a lot of babies do self-wean at some point. So I don't know, I guess we'll see if that's what Oliver ends up doing. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, because I might just be announcing my next Ask Missy, and you guys can ask me questions on there. Like this video if you did, subscribe to my channel because I put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Coming home soon, breaking my back just to see you, and I don't mind. Waiting here is harder than it seems. Please come home, dear, it's Christmas Eve, and